So we've got three pretty serious hot hatchbacks here, all from the VW Group empire, all subtly different from one another in character, despite using the same basic 2-litre turbocharged engine and 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox, and in places, almost the same underpinnings. That said, the Golf R is 4-wheel drive, and its engine has been mapped to deliver the most power here with 316 bhp. But the front-drive Cupra Leon and Golf GTI Clubsport share the exact same 2-litre engine with 296 bhp, and both are a fair bit lighter than the Golf R. But which is quickest against the stopwatch? And more to the point, which is the most fun to drive? Golf R first, let's get going.
So really the Golf R should be the quickest of these three, because it's the only one of the three with 4-wheel drive, and it's got the most power and torque. So surely that's it, game over, job done. Not necessarily, no. Because the Golf R weighs quite a bit more than the other two. I'm sorry, I've got these beeps on because I've got all the safety systems switched off. Just have to put up with that. It's annoying, but there you go. Yeah, it's the heaviest, the Golf, and it also feels the heaviest when you're chucking it around. It's a lovely, lovely road car, beautiful road car, expensive, fast, efficient, effective feeling road car. But I'm not sure this is quite the Golf R's perfect environment, because this weight, even though you've got a 4-wheel drive to manage it, this weight does make itself obvious when you turn in under brakes. You just need more space to put it where you want to. Anyway, our lap starts there. It stops quite well, but not absolutely brilliantly. It's got a rocket ship traction out of that slow bit, but there I've got understeer, and there is nothing the 4-wheel drive system can do, and I've got understeer here. So even though I'm giving it a boot full out onto the back straight, it just wants to wash wide. Crikey, it is quick in a straight line though. Back direction change feels good, but not amazing. Just feels a little bit cumbersome. Gearbox works really well though, and our lap time stops there. That's pretty quick. That is pretty quick. The trouble is, I feel like I can go faster in this car, but I have actually done quite a few timed laps to get that time out of it. And the tyres start to go off if you do more and more laps, because just the weight just kills that front left tyre. So whether the Clubsport can go quicker and the Cupra, I don't know. I suspect they will.
So then it was time to see if the lighter, but slightly less potent GTI Clubsport could go any quicker.
The GTI Clubsport is still a proper, raw, focused driver's hot hatchback. It feels pretty sophisticated because it is. You're going to have to put up with the beeps because I am. But it's, you know, this is the lightweight GTI. This is the most powerful GTI. 296 bhp. All three of them have got this same 7-speed DSG gearbox, and it works very well in all of them. I think it works better in this than it does in the R for some reason. That's a bit weird. The software has to be just subtly different. So this thing's got, it's got Goodyears on it, Goodyear Eagle F1s, but they're not absolute dynamite tyres. Anyway, our lap, it starts there. Excellent brakes, really good body control. 2. I don't think it feels any slower than the R in a straight line. Where it does feel better than the R is under brakes into this chicane, and actually through this chicane, because it's just, you can really feel the lack of weight beside the R. I mean, it's a bit of a, there's a touch of understeer coming out of that back straight, but it's, the lap stops there. So the Golf R has 4-wheel drive, this has front-wheel drive. The Golf R has more power and a touch more torque, but the Golf R weighs more, which means this is quicker. Just. This is more fun than the Golf R though, without question. Just feels lively, I just feel much more at home doing this kind of thing on a track. The Golf R is definitely the road car that you would want to go for, but if you want to do the odd track day and still have a very nice road car, this is the Golf to have, for me.
46 seconds dead meant the Clubsport was faster than the Golf R, just. But the big question still needed answering. Could the new Cupra go one better than both its cousins from Volkswagen?
So before I even start driving the Cupra properly, I just want to point out one key difference between this car and the two VWs. In order to turn all the traction and stability systems off, which you need to do on a track, because it's just faster, and you know, it's up to you, and as long as you know what you're doing, you're always going to be better and neater and quicker with it off. All it requires in the Cupra is that, pressing that button. That's it. Okay, you have to hold it there for a few seconds, but do that and everything switches off. It's the old-fashioned way, and I love it compared with what you have to, the pantomime that you have to go through in either of the Golfs. So that's cool. What also immediately makes a difference in the Cupra is it just feels that little bit lighter on its feet, even than the Clubsport. I predict, because this is how it feels, I predict that this thing is going to set the quickest lap time of the three. Don't normally make such a strong punt as that, but I am. Starts there, our lap time. There you go, immediately under brakes, it just feels absolutely pinned on turning through these slow corners. I mean, I'm clouting those curbs quite hard, but it's just dealing with them. And the diff at the front of this thing is clever. It works really well. Nibble a bit of grass there. Why not? It's quick down this back straight too. Great under brakes into the chicane. You can see how stiff it is, but it's not unnecessarily stiff. It's just controlled. It really picks up every last millimetre of grip these tyres can generate. The lap stops there. There you go. There you go. I mean, the gap is not huge. It's only a few tenths. In fact, it's more than half a second quicker than the Golf R, that's quite something. Take the 4-wheel drive away, but also take the kilograms away. Dial in a really well judged diff, and some very trick dampers on this thing too. And some good tyres. This thing's on Bridgestone S005s, whereas the two Golfs are on not just as fruity a rubber as that, and well, it all adds up to the difference. This thing is the quickest of the three. Not only that, if I was given just one lap to do in any of them, I'd pick this one to do it with. It's fun. It's flipping great.
So there you go. The Cupra outran both its more expensive cousins from VW and got very close to the front drive lap record at Llandow in the process. Great car is the new Cupra Leon 300. Civic Type R aside, we reckon it's the quickest, most engaging hot hatch money can buy right now. Simple as that, really. So cheers for watching. Click on the video windows to watch another hot hatch battle between the Yaris GR and its key rivals, or watch the M3 competition take on the world's quickest mega hatches. And if you like what you see, remember, please click on our logo to subscribe.